One. Oh, fuck. Can we ever fucking just start when I say?
No, because you're not the leader!
We spent a couple weeks with MindTrap to find out who they are, where they came from, and why the hell they argue so much.
We argue a lot, you know, a lot of things get really tense around my basement where we practice, and but it's usually for a good cause. Usually it's for you know, the song. It's not anything personal. And when we do finally get on stage and play live, you can tell that everything's worked out because we're just so into the music, and it's just a great feeling to finally see one of our songs come alive and grow as they have, as Sedation has.
How did MindTrap come together?
I went to this party and there weren't any people that I really knew there except for this guy. I didn't really know him either, but his name was Steve Dlugo, and it was the first night I met him. And he had an Aerosmith hat on. He was watching Saturday Night Live because Aerosmith was going to be on that night. So we started talking about guitar, and he asked me if I played, and I asked him if he played, and I'm like, "You any good?" He's like, "Well, yeah." I'm like, "Okay, well, let's jam sometime." So on Halloween night, we all had a party at my house, and he came over and he brought his guitar over, and we just jammed on some Guns N' Roses tunes while the thing was playing. And we decided, yeah, let's get together.
So anyway, we jammed for like 2 years. We're good friends, and nothing ever really came out of that. So anyway, we just kept on looking. So one day I was at College of DuPage, where I go to school.
And then all of a sudden I met this guy named Steve Dlugo. I met him at school. And we started talking about bands that we liked and songs we want to cover, and we just had everything in common. You know, Slow Ride by Foghat and Rocket Queen by Guns N' Roses just all seemed to match, and everything was just great. So they invited me over to practice one time. They had a drum set, and I didn't have one at the time, and we just jammed. We just did all these cover songs, and it was just unbelievable how tight we were on these songs, and we knew each other for about a week. So we got the singer. He didn't work out. And for about 7 or 8 months, we were without a singer. And, you know, we put up some flyers, and finally, we got this call from this guy named Dan.
So I gave him a call, and I went out there, and I jammed at Maviano's house, and I was really excited, and they were excited too, and we got together, and we're a band now.
asked the band what their influences were.
Let's see. Slash is obviously my main influence. I've always loved Slash. I like Eric Johnson a lot. Also, Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. Lots of others, that kind of music.
Joe, who would you say your influences are?
My influences, probably Nikki Sixx, of Motley Crue, Jason Newsted. Any bass player that can really impress me.
I guess Lars or Matt Sorum would probably be my two biggest influences right now. Matt Sorum from Guns N' Roses is just phenomenal. I mean, he's studied and he knows his stuff, and he's just a great drummer. He can play anything you want him to play. Lars is just undoubtedly fast. He knows what he's doing and he can keep that beat, which I wish I could keep sometimes. I would say those are my two biggest influences for the drums.
I probably would have to say I started playing guitar because of I wanted to be like Slash.
Dan, what about your vocals?
That would probably be all the worst feelings that I have inside me. At a certain point, I get out and put down on paper and put it to music, and then, you know, get that stuff out. And it's kind of a healing kind of thing for me, I guess.
You gotta turn your bass down.
Down? I can't even hear it over here.
It's totally.
All I hear is Steve's
I can
guitar.
hear it all. I can't even hear myself over here.
All I hear is your guitar over here. What do you hear over here?
Well, see, that's because that's why I stand over here and you stand over here.
I am way over here. You keep standing
I
where you're
know.
standing.
I stand. That's why I stand here, and you're supposed to stand here.
Stand by where you can hear.
But then,
See, if you can hear him and he can hear you,
No, I can hear
why
my-
don't you switch?
Is there anyone in the band you say annoys you or gets on your nerves?
You know, Maviano kind of gets on my nerves sometimes. Just the whole like annoying kind of thing.
Maviano.
Dick.
Right.
No, there's really nobody in the band who annoys me. I get along with pretty much everybody. I mean, we all have fun and we all, have a good time.
Let's get a little preview of MindTrap performing their hit Tongue Tied.
That sucked. That really blew.
What?
That really blew.
What?
That story,